And check this out. Come here, come here. My neighbor Sarah came up to her. Look at her. She's just so pretty. Huh? She came up to help me.
Tech
Duke.
support.
The tech support. Duke.
Duke, where are you, buddy?
Duke.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
Hey, Duke.
Come say hi to the people.
I have a vicious guard dog,
Oh,
pit
you
bull,
better.
breed, bite the shit out of everybody. Subscribe, share, I'll come bite it. How you doing, Duke? You okay? Nobody wanted to see your big nasty tongue. Come on, man, that's disgusting, Duke.
He has a beautiful tongue. He's a handsome lead singer, remember?
Oh, that's right, that's right. Duke, tell the people hi. He said they got snacks, I could care less. All right.
All right.
Duke, I'll talk to you in a few. Okay, you know how to get out?
I know how to get
Huh?
out.
You gotta go past Denzel right here, okay? Bless your heart. Sarah, I love you. I'll talk to you in a few.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I did something. You know, I made a mistake of some sort, so please forgive me. I hope I haven't lost too many of you. But either way, I'm gonna be here. And I hope to see you again. So please like and share. Let people know. I may even wind up doing this on Facebook as well. So check it out. Cheryl Lynn, I was saying, got to be real. Love her to death. She had one of the funkiest records ever called Encore, produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So I liked her, had a major crush on her the whole bit. And then I got to meet her at there's a record executive, God bless him, one of the most wonderful guys ever, named Ken Reynolds. I would go to Ken Reynolds' house. He was an instructor of ours in this Institute of New Cinema Artists, this program. And, you know, him and a lot of the kids, we became friends. We come hang out at his house. He had a great brownstone in Harlem. And on any given night, you would see anybody up in there, Luther Vandross, anybody, because they all knew him, you know. And Cheryl was there one night, and she actually drove me home to my apartment, 1634 Lexington Avenue. And all the way there, I was just sort of praying and wishing and hoping that she would ask to come upstairs and use the bathroom or just, you know, just come upstairs. She never came upstairs. Anyway, still love her, okay? Who else do I have in my, oh man, okay? Is this okay? Y'all enjoying this memorabilia, these memories? I mean, please write me and tell me some memories you have of some of these artists. Maybe some of you met them, saw them live. This is what we're going to be doing as I do this more and more. So please, by all means, does anyone remember Billy Davis and Marilyn McCoo from the Fifth Dimension? This is such a beautiful, I tell you, I'm going to frame all of these and they'll be on display, or thank you, they'll be on display. Maybe even for sale. It all depends. I don't know. But by this time, they left the Fifth Dimension. Fifth Dimension, great group. You'll see them in that movie, Summer of Soul by Questlove. And they were on their own. They had hit singles. You don't have to be a star to be in my show. I hope we get to Love in Time. They were just amazing and fantastic. They are still together, still doing their thing. So by all means, check out the Fifth Dimension and check out Billy Davis and Marilyn McCoo. Okay? Well now. Look who's up next. I can't say it enough. I put a frame around any of these things. They're just fantastic. Lyndon Ronstadt. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Damn it, you're no good. Okay? Okay, I was told to wait for other people to join. So y'all come on in, y'all call people. Tell people we're doing things. I may have to repeat some of this. I don't know. Okay? But I got to thank Sarah. I got to thank Ange. I got to thank Bubble. I don't know if I should say your name, Bubble, your real name. I don't know if you want people to know you. Remember, James, I said, I ain't going to call your name. I don't want the people to know you're in here. So I don't know if I should say your name, but thank Bubble. Mwah. Thank you so much. She was just the cutest little girl. She used to walk by my building at 1634 Lexington. I said, I got to talk to her. Lord have mercy. So in the meantime, no, don't say your name. Let's keep calling you Bubble. Okay, I'll do that. By all means. So, hey, y'all. As most of you that know me, as most of you know, I just got back from Turkey. And where I was performing with the Musa Gökmen Symphony. We did a great show, phenomenal show, for a phenomenal organization called IZEV. And well, we all know what happened. I'm praying that they still keep finding people. Miracles do happen. But please say a prayer for them, okay? Because that can't be easy to contend with, you know what I mean? An earthquake and aftershocks, then 2 more earthquakes and more aftershocks. God bless them. God bless them, you know? The Turkish are wonderful people, strong people, resilient people. So they're going to make it through this, make no mistake. And we can learn from them. and shows us how to look out for each other and care for each other. Because if one thing Turkish people do, they look after each other. Now, by the same token, they treat each other horribly, which I found with just about every race or culture I go to. I remember I lived in China for 10 years. And as much as Chinese people were tight to any other, they hated Chinese people more than they hated anybody else. They would do all kind of shit to each other. Same thing black people do, same thing white people do. I think it's something that just people do, you know? So that's a genetic flaw that we all have, and hopefully we'll get beyond it, you know? Anyway, I don't know who's still there, who's not there, but whoever's still there, you're more than, welcome in Carlton's house. I'm so glad to see you. Look at this. A note from my mother. Love you, Ma. I have all of my mother's notes and love letters from my father. My mother's all over this place. Her spirit and her energy is there with me. Okay, now, in one of those fashion faux pas that you may come to regret depending upon how long you've been in the business, and then you go back and look at your early pictures, here's one of the most talented families ever. The Silvers, dressed like the Jetsons. Okay, yeah, it's okay. Whatever, you do what you gotta do, you know. These outfits, and just to show you how I'm a wealth of useless information, these outfits were created by, there was a designer in LA by the name of Bill Witten. He did the Commodores. You can see them on the Midnight Special doing Fancy Dancer, wearing this stuff. He did Rolls Royce. He did a bunch, he used to do the outfits for everybody. So that's where this came. Futuristic, sort of out there. Nowadays you go see people, they got on baseball caps, t-shirts, jeans, and sneakers. So give me this. Come on stage, give me a show, you know? You know what I love about this picture and what I love about this family? This is the oldest brother, Leon Silvers. He used nothing but his God-given talent to get his family out of the ghetto, writing songs, producing, writing, arranging. To me, that's as gangster as anything could possibly be, you know? And the Silvers went on to do great things, phenomenal things. They were second to the Jacksons. They just didn't have as many hit records because I guess the Motown machine wasn't behind them. But Capitol Records did what they could do. You know, without it, they did what they could do. That's for sure. That's little Foster Silvers, misdemeanor. But the Silvers, y'all. Who else do we have? Who else do we have? I have so much of this stuff. My God. Uh-oh. Should I even show you all this? Should I even show this to y'all? Y'all recognize him? Y'all recognize him? George Benson, when he first blew up with Breezin', you know, didn't have the G on it. Breezin' is a song written by Bobby Womack. A lot of people don't know there's an instrumental, but Bobby Womack wrote that. And George took it to the next level. Then, of course, he did it on Broadway and just went on to go on and just do amazing, just wonderful things. He's a legend to this day. One of my favorite moments, I went to see Kashif at the Beacon Theater. And Kashif tore it up. Former member of BT Express tore it up. End of the show, we thought it was over. George Benson came out and the two of them sang Inside Love, which is a song that Kashif had produced on George Benson at the time. Amazing. George. Hello, Izzy. Izzy. George had on a cream-colored, double-breasted silk suit, cream-colored patent leather loafers. I didn't even know they made those at the time. And the cream, he looked like ice cream. He was just immaculate. Y'all don't understand how people used to dress. They'd get on stage and just look phenomenal. It made you want to look like them. It made you want to go out and dress up and look your best. Nowadays, when I go to shows, I'm dressed better than the people on stage. I'm like, come on, man, you making money too, you know? No excuse. I mean, if you're a rapper, okay, I understand that. But if you're an R&B singer, no excuse getting on stage in sneakers and jeans. I'm sorry. I don't care how comfortable you want to be. Take your ass home and put a suit on, you know? Okay, now I'm going to be honest. I don't know much of their music. I do know that they're legendary. They're legends in the game. But what is it? This chain keeps wanting to be seen. Chain. A little something threw around my neck. Legendary. Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. Rock artists that are above and beyond. Those who know them, know them. You know, if not, the other thing about all the stuff that I'll be showing you, hey, broaden your scope, enlighten your mind. Go on YouTube and look up some of these artists. If you don't know who they are, look them up. Because I'm not just going to be doing R&B and soul. I'm going to be doing any and everybody that had anything to do with music, okay? Emerson, Lake, and Palmer, okay? And not to mention people out there, if you see something you just absolutely got to have or just want to holler at me, we'll figure something out. We'll work something out. You know what I mean? Okay, where my LGBTQ people at? Where my trans people at? Because you are my people. Love you all. We all God's children. Here's a trailblazer, a forefather, somebody that set it off, didn't care what nobody thought. He was going to be him. He was the epitome of do you, boo. Sylvester. If you ever saw him live, he gave it his all. Whether he was with 2 Tons of Fun or not, that's Martha Watson, Izora Armstead. Sylvester was amazing. I saw him quite a few times. Okay, let me tell you something. I got some concert posters on Sylvester. I will show them to you. Brilliant, pretty man, pretty. Okay, but he did his thing. I remember I went to see him at the Red Parrot. Came on stage, it was just great. And I remember somebody from the audience. He coughed at one point, and somebody from the audience offered us something to drink. And in a small gesture that said so much without saying anything, he just went, no, thank you. And I remember, to me, what I got from that is, no, I'm not drinking nothing from the audience, because you never know what somebody is gonna put in a drink trying to be funny. And he didn't embarrass them. He wasn't rude, but it's just a case of thank you, but no thank you. And continue to sing. He went on to sing at the top of his register. Sylvester, bless your heart. May you rest in peace. Okay? Trailblazer. Good God. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are you ready? Andrew Ridgeley. Andrew. Nobody talks about Andrew. Andrew Ridgeley. George Michael. Wham! Okay. These boys, they had Wake Me Up Before You Go. They had it going on. They did their thing. Say what you want about the music, or it was soft, it was whatever. They did their thing. Anybody that's doing their thing and you getting paid for it, you getting the accolades, go on and do it. Okay, go on and do it. I don't care what anybody got to say. They were fantastic at what they did. You know what I mean? Without a doubt. It's so funny. This year they were tripping out at the Grammys about Bonnie Raitt winning. Who's Bonnie Raitt? Them young kids. And Chris Brown tripping out about Robert Glasper winning. Somebody wrote, they would love for me to sing disco songs. Diana Ross, Donna Summers, Evelyn Champagne. Okay, that would be an interesting project. Me with my voice singing disco songs. I'm stepping in a piece of shit. I mean, no, that's not how the lyrics go. Anyway, okay, who knows? I'll record. I love to record. I love to write. I love to create. So who knows? I might do Carlton Smith sings disco. Buy it now at KTEL. Okay. Hey, Tina. Now, Tina, you've been writing me. We've been sort of talking back and forth, but now this almost feels very direct. Mwah. Sister Edwards. What was I talking about? Somebody write me and tell me what I was just talking about. I would be all over the place. This is the stream of consciousness. Make no mistake. Okay, let's see who else. Until my memory comes back. I can't remember what I was talking about. Whoa. This has legs. I've got some great ads, some great posters, and other bits of memorabilia about this. October 28th, 1978. The Wiz. I can't remember his name, the guy that played the lion, and I'm sorry about that because he was a great actor on Broadway. But that's Nipsey Russell as the Tin Man, Diana Ross as Dorothy, and Michael Jackson as the Scarecrow. I met Michael at this time when he was in New York. More on that later. But this is a phenomenal film. And when I say it had legs, because the Quincy Jones produced You Can't Win. A song was on the soundtrack. And that's when he and Michael decided to go on and record, make music together. The rest is literally history. Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad. You know what I'm saying? This is a project in which they first got together. I have a full-page, full-color pullout. These things used to be in the trade magazines. It's beautiful. I'm gonna frame it, and you Michael Jackson fans can holler at me and beg me for it. You'll never get it unless you have cash, okay? Dust in the Wind, Kansas. Y'all remember that song? It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. Tina, you saw The Wiz? Did you enjoy it? You saw it with Stephanie Mills? Did you enjoy it? Yes, Kansas, great band. I never saw them live, and I don't know much else about them, although I might, and I just don't know it. You know, it was your very first play. Oh, Tina, that's heartwarming. Your first play. like I said, I might know more songs by Kansas. I don't know. Like somebody brought up the name of this group, Ambrosia, and I didn't realize how many songs I knew by Ambrosia. I'm like, whoa, I've heard of these guys before, but you just don't know the name. Some groups had a big profile. You knew every group member. You knew their face. You knew their hairstyle. Other people, you just knew the music. For them, we're all about the music, man. So that's what they did. You know what I mean? And I want people to write in. I want you to tell me where you're from. I want you to tell me some of your favorite artists, some of your favorite songs. Please, okay? Please, let's share these memories because, it's all we have. This is really all we have. That is some memorabilia. Rolls Royce! Good God Almighty. See, this is the same guy that did those silver suits. These are just not as futuristic. Hall & Oates. Tino, get me started. You know how much Hall & Oates stuff I got in here? Okay? Oh, man. Renee Williams, another authority. If me and Renee ever get on the podcast, y'all ain't never going home. Okay? We will sit. That's my sister from another mister. All we do is talk music and obscure songs. We don't talk about the A side, the B side. We talk about the side of the record, the side you can't even play. Okay? But yeah, Rolls Royce. Oh my God, a phenomenal band. And they said one of the guys, and I think I speak to him from time to time, Kenny Cope. He said one of the most real things I've ever heard anybody say. They were talking about the split up of the group when Gwen Dickey went to live and work in the UK in the house. And they did their thing here. And, they kind of going back and forth an unsung. He said, look here, let me tell you something. Say what you want about whose fault it was, this and the other, but all we know is this. When she left the group, she never had another hit record, and neither did we. That's as honest an assessment as you could possibly ask for without just placing blame, And you know what? I'm sitting in front of an open window, and I have to do a show tomorrow. So I'm going to wrap a scarf around my neck, rather than get up and close the window, which is like right behind this camera, because I'm not wearing pants. That's not true. I have on pants. But I'm going to cover my throat up. Y'all don't mind. Okay, my mother used to always tell me, boy, cover your throat. Keep your throat covered. Okay? And I was just like, please, more Pop-Tarts. Anyway, Rolls Royce. Who are you? Who are you? I really want to know. Y'all remember the Who? Legends. Rock legends. Legends. Okay? That's all I got to say. Anyone who doesn't know who they are, you go check them out. Here's a little known fact about the Who. They've recorded some James Brown songs early in their career. They covered a couple of his songs. Roger Townsend sang like his heart and soul depended on it. It was great. Great. Did I just go sideways a little bit? Okay. Who else we got? Okay. Here's a major talent. I'm going to share a few things with. Y'all know who this is? If you don't know, you should know. They wrote and recorded some of the greatest songs ever. Tina's singing this song. Who are you? That's right, Karen the Carpenters. Okay? Amazing music. Amazing talent. He played piano, she played drums. And could get down on the drums now. Make no mistake. Brilliant music. What other stuff I have? The Carpenters. I Need to Be in Love. The new single from their forthcoming album. Okay. I should just rip everything out of these magazines. Kept all this stuff. Sweet, Sweet Smile, the new Carpenters single. Okay. The new Carpenters album is here. It's called Now. And as heartless as the record industry can be, as cruel as the record industry can be, Hunter S. Thompson said it's a shallow money pit, money trench. Is a great quote he had, and I'll recite it at another time. But there are times the record industry takes care of its own and looks out and shows some respect and shows some love. I will read this to you. Karen Carpenter, 1950, 1983. Hers was a voice that brought happiness to millions, and it will live with us forever. We join the world in mourning the passing of one of our dearest friends, A&M Records. God bless you, Karen Carpenter. Okay, this is just, it's poignant, it's simple, it's beautiful, you know? Yeah, I got a lot of stuff on the Carpenters also. That's the way. I like it. Okay. You're right, Renee. Anne Murray, yes, had that voice. Jennifer Lawrence also sort of had that. It was almost like a California voice, just warm and comforting, and yeah. Anne Murray had the same type of voice. You're right about that. You're right about that. Yes, yes. Was it Anne Murray that did a duet with Patti LaBelle on some TV show? Yeah, I gotta talk about Patti LaBelle again. I think she did a duet with Patti LaBelle, and that wasn't in her best interest. That didn't quite work out that good. Yeah. We still looking for Anne. Wait, let me not say that. Is Anne still alive? Is Anne Murray still alive? I don't want to say I'm making fun of anybody. But yes, Harry. Did y'all know Harry is his name? Unless I'm mistaken. Yes. Casey and the Sunshine Band. I used to love to watch Casey. Casey had about 6 brothers behind him on the horns, getting down. They used to put on a show. And yes, I was told that Anne Murray is still alive. So all right. So like I said, Anne, leave Patty alone. Next time Patty call you up and say, yeah, let's sing. Say, no, Patty, I'm busy. Okay? The other night, I saw a documentary on these guys. Creedence Clearwater Revival. John Fogerty, the main man. Great guy, great songwriter. The epitome of Americana. You know what I mean? And you know what I love? Bob Dylan told him one time, unless you start singing your song, I don't care how pissed off you are at the rest of the guys, but unless you start singing your songs again, people are going to think Proud Mary was written and recorded by Ike and Tina Turner, which I did as a kid, because you always heard them singing it. People don't realize that if you go back and look at the Ike and Tina Turner reviews on YouTube or whatever, 3/4 of this set were cover songs. They sang everybody else's songs, and this show resembled the James Brown review so much. As in, first the singers, then the band, then it was ridiculous, But yeah, a lot of cover songs, because they weren't really that many Ike and Tina Turner hits. Just a few things we knew, and that was about it. One of the funkiest was Bold Soul Sister, in which he ripped off Sly and the Family Stone, Sing a Simple Song, but it happens. You steal from who you gotta steal from, okay? Who else do we have? Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Look at this. I'm gonna dedicate this one to my buddy George Littlejohn. The elements, earth, wind, and fire. Huh? Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Okay, great Maurice White, Verdine White, great Andrew Woolfolk, Philip Bailey, Fred White, Larry Dunn, all the guys. Okay, they're great. Like I said, when I cut these things out, I took out the articles, the magazine. Columbia Records extends its heartiest congratulations to the Emotions and Earth, Wind & Fire for capping off a brilliant year with the American Music Awards. Our thanks to the awards committee for their recognition of Best of My Love as Best Soul Single and for their selection of Earth, Wind & Fire as Best Soul Group. And the chart. I have a whole thing of record charts from back in the day. I can tell you who the number. We're gonna discuss that also. The #1 records at certain times or whatever. It's amazing to look back and see who's doing what. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm making a mention about Earth, Wind & Fire. Okay. Much like the white boys in the '80s, there were 2 camps. There are the white boys that love Bruce Springsteen, Bruce, and the ones that love John Cougar Mellencamp. I dug Bruce, met him, great guy, whatever, but I love me some John Cougar Mellencamp. Well, for the black boys, they're the people that loved Earth, Wind & Fire. They're musical gods, man. They're so deep, they're so heavy. Yeah, what is a Serpentine Fire? Give me a break with that. And then there was the Parliament Funkadelic camp. I love that craziest cat shit, George Clinton and Bootsy Rubber Band. I bought everything, because he had like 5 or 6 different records going at the same time. I bought everything that had his name on it. And I was about like, just all these different albums, Mothership, Brides of Funkenstein, Parlette, Larry Sweat Band, Xavier. I just bought everything that had George Clinton's name on it. After a while, I realized, a lot of this is bullshit. Okay, it just wasn't that good, But it was a while. At one point, they had it. P-Funk was everything. Long live the voice of Glenn Goins. Bob Gunn, please don't get me started, okay? But man, I bought everything by George. So, I dug Earth, Wind & Fire, but the Earth, Wind & Fire I dug was Mighty Mighty. Walk around, try to wear a frown, little people. That was my Earth, Wind, and Fire, Shining Star, the early days. When they got into the deep, the heavy, mystical, give me P-Funk. Yeah. Oh, there they go. Yeah. You would go to a P-Funk concert and you would get a contact high. You'd come out with a drug addiction, okay? Just from sitting in the audience. And Earth, Wind, and Fire, great shows, great performances, legendary band. You know, got a little lofty for me. And I don't know, maybe I'm the only one. Maybe I'm the only one out of all of y'all. But if I never, ever hear September again, it'll be too soon. Please, y'all. Please, y'all, stop cover bands out there. No, you ain't got to do that song anymore. There's other. Do you remember? No, I don't remember. I don't remember shit. Stop singing this song. Every show I go to. And there's certain things that are staples of every open mic and every cover band. You go to an open mic, a black open mic in Harlem, Brooklyn, Bronx, anywhere. Some girl's gonna get up and sing Ain't Nobody, and some guy's gonna get up and say What You Wanna Do for Love. Guaranteed. I guess you wonder where I've been. No, I haven't wondered. I haven't thought about you at all, bro. Get off the stage. I don't want to hear that song again, man. Bobby Caldwell, great artist, bless his heart. Yeah, but oh my God. So September, and I've been all over the world, and you'll hear people butcher this song. Butcher this song. Sometimes they singing it as December. Do you remember? 21st day of December. No, you got the wrong month. My man, you got to stop. Wrong month. But, you know, hey, for all those songs like that I don't care for and I'm sick of hearing it, I wish I'd written it. Make no mistake, every songwriter, every artist, we all want one like that. So I'm just talking shit to be talking shit. Make no mistake, we all want one like that. Okay, I want a Happy. I want an Uptown Funk. You know, it wasn't funky to me, you know, but Uptown Funk drove people to the Gap Band. It drove them to the Ohio Players. So it did what it was supposed to do, I guess. You want to hear a funky record by Bruno Mars? It has something to do with listen to Feels Good or Is It Feels Right by Mystical. Oh my God. I've been bad, bro. What you getting mad for? That shit was off the chain. Okay. Yes. Kool and the Gang. Amen. You know what I love about Kool and the Gang? This is when the Jerry Curls came in the 80s and they sort of reinvented themselves. You know, Celebrate. Another song. They used to, man, before September, that was the one I didn't want to hear anymore, but I wish I'd written it because it would be played forever. Okay, forever. There's always going to be something to celebrate, okay? But Kool and the Gang, man, when they came out at this point, like I said, Ohio Players, a lot of other bands, they got left behind. That whole funk thing, when disco came in '79, wiped them out. Kool and the Gang was able to reinvent themselves with Deodato and James Taylor was the lead singer, and they went on to higher heights. They did their thing. Now, the music, Joanna, I love. She's fresh, exciting. Emerges, stuff like, God, ouch, that stuff used to hurt. The reason being, okay, and when I go to countries like Finland and Norway, that's the Kool and the Gang they know. They don't know the early days Kool and the Gang. Oh my God, back in the day, 70s, 68 through 71, 72, right up to Jungle Boogie, Spirit of the Boogie, Kool and the Gang was the funkiest band, aside from the JBs. The only one that could shut them down was the JBs. Kool and the Gang were funky. Music is a message. Good times is on my mind. Rhyme time people. Love the life you live. Who's gonna take the weight? You gotta check out early Kool and the Gang. Chocolate Buttermilk. Funky Man. They won Delight Records, produced by Gene Red. And man, they had songs that were just so incredibly funky. It was ridiculous. A lot of these things I'm talking about now, I'm gonna wind up talking about again in future podcasts when I show more posts of them, because I gotta make sure people know this stuff as much as I possibly can. Kool and the Gang was the funkiest band. My God. So, you know, when they began to go into the other stuff, I mean, I can't fault them. You got to get paid. You know, you're doing your thing, and you doing that pop stuff. But, man, they used to peel paint off the walls of the Apollo Theater. Peel paint. I remember I saw a show. It's Kool and the Gang, the Delphonics. I got a great story about this show. Love Unlimited was on this show. They had just come out with Walking in the Rain with the One I Love. And I remember watching them perform. There was big fat guy that was on the piano, playing piano, and he kept looking at the lead singer and winking as he was playing whatever, sort of directing the band. I remember thinking, where's this guy? Just fat, sweaty, and the whole bit. 6 months later, he came out on his own. I said, that's the same guy. Barry. Shh. Yeah. If you listen to Walking in the Rain's first single, if you listen to Love Unlimited's first single, Walking in the Rain with the One I Love, it was written and produced by Barry White, and that's his voice on the record. So he was there. I'm loving these. Oh, man, Tina, Renee, everybody that's writing in, talking to me, whatever. I love it. I appreciate this so much. Like I said, like, subscribe, tell people about it. Renee, we got to get up in here and do something together. We're going to Sam and Dave them, you know? Yeah, Tina, really. Barry White, he was on that stage that night playing keyboard. He stood out so much that when he showed up later on, I said, I remember that guy. The one other person I remember standing out like that, I went to see James Brown at the Apollo Theater. It was a Sex Machine Super Bad show, 1971. And I remember, you know, of course, you don't take your eyes off James. He was amazing. But I remember, who was that tall guy over there it's Bootsy Collins. He was 17 years old. When he came out, I'm like, that's him. That's that guy. You know, yeah, Cool Again was no joke. I mean, just look at this. This is powerhouse shit. Power. Earth, Wind and Fire. Kool and the Gang. The Ozzy Brothers. The Ozzy Brothers. Don't get me started on the Ozzy Brothers. I have so many posters and things on them. They've had hits in every decade since the 50s. Since Shout, okay? Yeah, there's only Ronald and Ernie and Rudolph, who's a preacher now, but he was so macadocious. Oh my God, he was Pimpadelic before there was Pimpadelic, okay? And Chris Jasper is still with us. But the Ozzy Brothers, man, they would put on a show that, oh my God. I remember this photo is from the back cover of the Harvest for the World album. If you ever see the front cover, they're wearing all this North Beach leather stuff and these funky, crazy outfits. And I swear to God, when I saw that album cover, it's one of my favorite album covers because I wanted to wear everything they had on that cover. I wanted to go to school wearing that shit. I am not seeing school in no silver leather with fringe and platforms, you know? Although, every now and then, she did. I would get a pair of platforms. I still got my platforms. I'm gonna do a show about these. I got about 5 or 6 pairs. I used to wear these. I used to go to school in these. You hear me? Seriously, run, jump, whatever in these. I miss you, baby. Me and you forever. Love you, love you. Now, who's next? Oh man, I got so much stuff. Oh, I love this. I have tubs and tubs and tubs of this stuff. Okay? Cool it now, Mr. Telephone Man. Bobby, Ricky, Ronnie, Mike. I'm missing one of them. Ralph, the Taurus in the group. Ralph, lead singer. Man, there's nothing like New Edition when they came out. New Edition came out, choreography, steps, costumes. I mean, look, they did their thing. You know, yeah, they fell prey to certain things, but they still with us. They still with us. Anybody that knows New Edition, let them know. I've got about 10 vintage, authentic New Edition concert posters. I would love to have them sign them. Bobby Brown has already signed them, okay? Already signed them. And he was just so wonderful. And the one thing, when I go to see these artists, I get them to sign their posters, or I ask them to sign them. Well, first of all, they flip out of seeing the posters, and I'll be sharing those with you soon. But because, you know, I remember one of the Ozzy brothers said to me, I said, would you sign this? And he goes, man, people usually give me a napkin or a piece of paper. You still have a concert poster from 1976? Sure, I'm going to sign it. And it's great. But I remember I went to have Verdine White sign an Earth, Wind and Fire poster. In addition to tripping out about the poster, the fact that I still had it, you know what really tripped him out? The ticket price. He couldn't get over that. He said it was $11 to see us in 1981. I said, yeah. He said, that doesn't even take care of the tax now. I said, that's why I ain't come to see it. No, I didn't say that. But it's about $300-$400 to see these guys now. You know, that's, God bless, okay? But yeah, he was wonderful and gracious. He signed it. We had a little bit of chit-chat. I went with my brother Mark Unthank. Great guy. Great guy. But yeah, it trips him out. Think about it. An artist gets on the plane, gets off the plane into the limo. From the limo to the hotel. From the hotel, maybe to the venue for the sound check, back to the hotel to rest, back to the venue for the show, back to the hotel, then the next day on the plane. They never see the posters that have been around town for about 3 weeks promoting them. They don't see it because they're just going from town to town doing the same as, you're like a wheel inside of a wheel. So to see the posters 30, 40 years later is mind-blowing. I remember I showed Jeffrey Osborne some posters I had of him. Great guy. He says, I don't even remember doing these shows. I didn't even remember. I said, yeah, but you were there. Your name is there. So, yeah. Who else do we have? I'm going to light a little bit of sage, send some good energy out there to everybody. Okay? This is just a good thing to do. Energy is above and beyond important. Above and beyond. Okay? I'm about to light this desk on fire to get warm. It's cold. Why would I do this in front of an open window? Anyway. Capitol Records. At one point there was Columbia, RCA, Warner Brothers, Atlantic. A lot of them had subdivision, like Motown, and Capitol Records. Capitol goes back to the 40s, 50s, Nat King Cole and everybody. But here, Capitol Records was letting you know that they're still in the game. So here it is, 1970, they were letting you know that they were doing all soul. They were serious about this soul music. Natalie Cole, a funk band from out of Ohio called Sun. Peebo Bryson. Who are these guys in the middle? Oh, damn, sorry. Maze, Frankie Beverly. Taste of Honey. Get on up on the floor. Boogie, oogie, oogie. This is Tavares. Wonderful guys. Nancy Wilson. Legend. Frida Payne. Bill Cosby. He did comedy albums for Capitol. The Silvers. Now, I'm pointing to this guy last. The reason being, this is Chuck Jackson. Let me tell you what Chuck Jackson is. It's not Chuck Jackson who just passed away any day now. There's that Chuck Jackson. A lot of people thought that's who this was. They actually, when he passed away, some people put up his picture. This is Chuck Jackson, former lead singer of the Independents, an R&B group that was on, I believe, Scepter or Wand Records. Renee or somebody will let me, Renee or Kevin Goins will let me know. And Chuck Jackson, along with Marvin Yancey, a preacher from Chicago, co-wrote all of Nancy Wilson's hits. Wand Records, thank you, Renee, I love you. Co-wrote all of Nancy Wilson's hit songs. Chuck Jackson was also the brother of Reverend Jesse Jackson. Okay, so this is not the any day now Chuck Jackson. This is when Chuck Jackson put out a solo album on Capitol Records called Passionate Breezes. But Capitol wanted to let you know we are deep in the R&B game and we're gonna do our thing. And who did they have? They had, Frankie Beverly was a major hit maker for them, as was Peebo Bryson, Natalie Cole. Taste of Honey had a couple. Tavares had a couple. Yeah, everybody did okay. Tonight's the night. Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to... Rod Stewart. Met him once. Wasn't as cool as he could have been. Such is life. He was a rock star with a smack in his mouth. Anyway, I was with Trudy. Masters with God. Remember that, Trudy? This guy? Okay? But he did his thing. If you ever get to hear... I got to set up so I can do video and audio next time. But if you ever get to hear it, and check this out, y'all. There's a song by Bobby Womack called If You Want My Lovin', Put Something Down on It. Listen to that song. In the beginning, you will hear a string line. Rod Stewart ripped off that string line note for note for his hit record, If You Want My Body and You Think I'm Sexy. He ripped it off note for note. The original's on Bobby Womack's song, If You Want My Lovin', Put Something Down on It. Okay, Rod? You bandit, you thief. So, hey, you know, just generational. Y'all got Beyonce, whatever you think she's any other. When I was coming up, there was no one finer than Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan was just, there was no one finer than Chaka. Okay, Jane Kennedy gave her a run for her money, but Jane Kennedy was really tall and whatever, but Jane couldn't sing. Chaka Khan could sing and play drums and be beautiful and fine. My gosh, she used to do a little twitch dance in a buckskin leather with fringes and just, you'd be like, ha, ha. She was amazing. She's still amazing, okay? Don't you let that unsung, no, not unsung, that verses thing fool you. We all go through changes in this business. Chaka Khan will always be the truth, okay? This next one is for my dear neighbor, Sarah Krause. She's a major fan. Ryman Simon, okay? Ryman Simon. Man, I hope I can go back and look at these remarks. You guys are writing in, and I'm just loving it. But I'm trying to, I gotta keep going like that. So either way, Tina, Renee, we gonna talk. Paul Simon, a phenomenal artist, just a phenomenal artist. There's some things he's written that are just, oh man, will make me cry. Same thing with James Taylor and Tom Waits. I'm a James Taylor, not from Kool and the Gang. I'm talking about Fire and Rain, Sweet Baby James. I'm a James Taylor fanatic. Love his voice. I'm a Tom Waits fanatic. So I'm not just James Brown, David Ruffin, Wilson Pickett, gravel voice, soul shouters. Now I got some rock guys that I love and believe in also, and this is one of them. He's the truth. This is for all you musicians out there, you music cats, you know what I'm saying? I must admit, and I'm always tell you the truth in this. I mean, there may be people that you love that are legends. They didn't knock me out like that. They just didn't. You know, that doesn't mean they're any less greater than anybody else. They just didn't wipe me out, you know? Musicians love Steely Dan. Love them. And everything I've heard, I've heard great music, but I mean, the music always sounds nice. Nothing made me go, oh man, I gotta buy that, you know? But it's sophisticated. It's got its own charm. If you listen to it, it grows. So it's almost like Michael Franks. There's no denying it. But I think I just always liked a little more madness, craziness, or excitement in my whatever. But there's no denying the legend that is Steely Dan. And what does this say here? The most anticipated album of the year is now available. Shipping goals, September 21st. The album wasn't even out yet. I got to put a frame around it. Somebody holler at me if you want it. Talk to me. Talk to me. Let's get this exhibit going. Somebody knows somebody that knows somebody with some money, okay? We need an investor, and we're going to get a place. And I keep thinking it's going to wind up being in England where they really, really appreciate this. And I can redo the place every 2 months. That's how much memorabilia I have. And you just walk through there like people walk around looking at Picassos and Monets and whatever else. I got the other stuff to look at. I got the OJs and stuff like that, okay? Bruce and Clarence. Bruce and Clarence. You either dug them, he dug my boy John Cougar. Little Ditty by Jack and Diane. I used to love that song. He said, hold on to 16 for as long as you can. Change is coming around real soon to make us women and men. Truer words have never been spoken. You know? You know my favorite album by Bruce Springsteen is? Nebraska. It's stark, it's dark. It was a demo he recorded. Basically, he was walking around with it on as a cassette. You know, but I love it. The stories he told on that album, you know? And it ain't just me. It's you too. Boom, boom. I needed a rim shot right there because, well, I thought that was incredibly witty and funny. You too. Bono and the Boys. I saw them at can't remember where. I saw them with Gina Fredericks and my niece Jillian. Love you, Jillian. Great show, enjoyable. I saw them during the disco, the Zoo. That was called Zoo. Had the big lemon. They came out of the lemon. But I remember watching the props more than them. You know. Then the next month I saw the Stones at the same arena during the Bridges of Babylon tour, and they were stunning. Okay, but yeah, YouTube, good show. The highlight of that night was this is his name Edge. I remember singing "Sweet Caroline," and we all sang along like drunken "Sweet Caroline." Da da da. We sang along like drunken sailors. We loved that song. You know, I first thought that song because I didn't know any better at the time. I thought that song was by Bobby Womack. That's who I first heard it by when I was like about 11 years old. I thought it was a Bobby Womack song. I didn't know it was Neil Diamond until many years later. Okay. Man, oh, here's another one for my neighbor Sarah. Sarah. She loves Billy Joel. Guillermo Joel. Guillermo, Guillermo. That's Spanish for William, Billy. I think I'm being slick when I say that, but most people have no idea what I'm talking about. Guillermo! I have no idea what I'm talking about when I say that. Yeah, but I gotta put frames around this stuff, man. You guys will buy it. You'll come see it. I have so much. Oh my God, look at this stuff. Look at this. Like some of them I'm not showing you because I'm gonna wait till later. Okay, here's what I'm gonna show you. I don't want to say this about Wild Cherry, Rob Parisi, because it's almost like a derogatory term, you know, one-hit wonder, but, you know, shit, we all want that one hit. That one hit will keep you working for the rest of your life. Hey, Gloria Gaynor, you know what I'm saying? And she had a couple of them. But that one hit will keep you working forever, so there's no shame in being a one-hit wonder. I wrote a screenplay about one-hit wonders. It's an interesting story. One day it will be released along with everything else. But speaking of one-hit wonders, and Renee, I'm gonna hold up the picture. You are not going to guess who this is. Renee, you neither, Tino. Anybody else watching, you will not guess who this is. But let me make sure I cover it. Who is this, Renee? I'll wait. Who is this? Anybody else that's out there? Anybody recognize him? Now, it had to be a big enough hit for them to get on the cover of Cashbox. They made some noise with this song. Holla at me when you know, okay? I think I got you stumped, all right? Then again, I thought... Tina, it's Burry. Do you mean blurry, darling? Okay, hold on. Give me an L, damn it. Okay, hold on. Look. You ain't gonna recognize nobody. Renee wrote, put it closer. All men want to hear women say that. You ain't gonna recognize none of them. Renee, if you get who these guys are, that's just good, man, as if I don't have enough respect for you already. Huh? Any close, I'll be bringing it to your house, damn it. Now, who is it? You got it? You want to tap out? Admit defeat? Okay? Go ahead. I'll accept your defeat graciously. I'm waiting. Come on. In the meantime... No, I shouldn't do it in the meantime because you will go down in another. D Brothers. No, Tina. No. Who was D? Oh, the DeBarge? No. But they light-skinned enough to be some DeBarges. They fair-skinned enough to be some DeBarges. No, it's not DeBarges. No, Renee, it's not the Doobie Brothers. No. I said one-hit wonders. That's the clue. This band, and like I said, I mean no disrespect when I call them that, but that's basically what they were. One-hit wonder. You know what? I'm gonna show off now because I know I got your ass, Renee. I'll give you some time with each individual member. Okay. No, it's not America. Is that Teresa? Hey, Teresa, the poet. Oh my God, Teresa. Hey, baby. But no, it's not America. No, it's not a British group. Nope. I would have never thought the Doobie Brothers. You don't know me, but I'm your... Bachman Turner Overdrive. Nope. One hit. What? When I tell you who this is, and you may not even remember. I wonder, can I play? See, I don't know if I'll get in trouble for playing people's music. I gotta find out stuff like that from Ange. I don't know, but let's see. Bread. Oh yeah. Y'all just naming groups. All these groups. Interestingly enough, all these groups with one name: Bread, America, Kansas, Genesis. No. is a group called Foxy. They had a big disco record. Get Off. I can't even really sing it like them, and I wish I could play it. Get Off. Gettoff. Foxy. That's backwards, so it's like Weiss off. But yes, Did you ever hear that record, Tina? Foxy? Big disco record, you know? And you know what I'll never forget? They gave an interview in Soul Magazine. And this guy who went on to put out a solo album, the lead dude is Tito Puente's son. Are you kidding me? Really? Wow. But they said he put out, they did an interview in Soul Magazine. And he said, no, we get down. We're funky. I tell you what, you can listen to any of us. We play in a session. You could never be able to tell who the white boy is. That's how much we can get down. We're funky. I'm like, go ahead, man. Confidence is everything. Everything. Take your time, young. Get Off. Yeah, it's a big hit record. Not Get Off by Prince. Get Off, well, you said, just put in Foxy on YouTube. Mama used to say, take your time. I can't get the melody right, but y'all remember Junior? Junior Giscombe, another very nice guy. I met him at Ken Reynolds' house. Very nice guy. From the UK. Yes. How long about, man, I'm closing in on an hour. So I'm going to stop in about like another 9 minutes. Because this is my first, I didn't know I was going to have this much fun. I didn't know I was going to enjoy it this much. I didn't know I was going to have this much to talk about. But, like Mr. T said in Rocky 3, got a lot of more. Got a lot of more for you. Lot of more. I love black English sometimes. Got a lot of more. There's this is my favorite. There's Alan Lomax. He would go throughout the South way back in the day. And he would tape convicted prisoners, Native Americans. You just tape because they wanted to just get American music from different, walks of life, different cultures. And he was taping some like second generation slave. Well, no, they were descendants. And these boys was country as could be. They were chain gang prisoners. And there's this one guy who he was just talking about how he was always getting arrested and, because he was always doing some trouble. He said he'd steal anything that wasn't hot and nailed down. And then in my favorite example of black English, he said, sometimes the cops, they beat on the arrest me. I ain't been done nothing, but they'd arrest me anyway. And I figured, well, yeah, I was due to been got. I was due to been got. I would have put out an album once. Due to been got by Carlton Jamel Smith. You gotta love that. We will take the English language and mangle it. We'll take it and just do whatever the hell we want to do with it. Hey, Renee, an example of some great black English in a song. And this flew over everybody's head, but it's how black people talk. Let's Do It Again by the Staple Singers, written by Curtis Mayfield. Most people who would write that song would write, feeling your sweet face laid up next to mine. You know that line. But black English is feeling your sweet face all laid up next to mine. We will throw that word on. Why you all up on me? You all laid up on me. That's straight up black English, you know what I'm saying? So that's got nothing to do with nothing, but I wanted to share that with you all. Peter Frampton. Bare-chested, six-pack. Good God. Okay, go ahead, Pete. Do you feel like we feel? Okay? All right, now here's somebody, you wouldn't know, but you should know in terms of 80s R&B. Frampton Comes Alive, amen. He did his thing. That's one of those mega albums back in the day we were coming up. That double album. Lonnie Simmons. He ran a nightclub called Total Experience in LA. That's where everybody went to do their thing. There's a Dolomite movie that if you watch the movie, I can't remember which one. There's a scene that's filmed at the Total Experience nightclub. And there's a band in their white polyester suits. And if you look at the band, they do a close-up on the keyboard player. And the keyboard player is James Ingram, a young James Ingram with a big processed hairdo. He was in the house band at Total Experience, okay? But Lonnie Simmons then went on to run Total Experience Records. And they gave us the Gap Band, Yarbrough and Peoples. And who else is over here? That's Switch. How did they? Okay. But yeah. The Gap Band, Uncle Charlie in the middle, Robert and Ronald, you know. They were doing their new releases from Total Experience Records. They were touring Belgium, Paris, Holland, Munich, Frankfurt, London, Birmingham, all good countries with wonderful people. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, what's a cover I could close out on that'll take this out correctly? You know, we can do this again. I got more of this stuff than you can shake a stick at. As my mother used to say it all the time. My mother's wonderful. Y'all would have loved her. You know, she's great. She is great. We're gonna take it out with the Hutchinson Sisters, October 1st, 1977. The Emotions. You got the best of my love. These girls used to sing. Get the film. Save it. Renee, is it Wastax or Save the Children? No, they were in Wastax because they were on Stax Records. I just see them at the Apollo Theater. They were saying "Show Me How," and the little one here in the middle, Wanda. Oh my God, sensuous. Just I wanted to marry her. Get that film, watch it. At one point, they're in a black church, and they're singing "Peace Be Still." Aside from having the most picture-perfect afros you will ever see, not here, picture-perfect afros, okay? Picture-perfect. They were singing "Peace Be Still," and Sheila, who's still in the group, who's still doing her thing with her two beautiful daughters, they will drive you to tears. Do you hear me? To absolute tears. It's in the film Watch Stacks. They're great. Now, my girl, I gotta make sure I can find it so I can share it with her because she deserves it. I'm so glad that I can talk. I'm so glad that y'all checked me out. Wait, about someone, can you still see me? You just see Denzel back there. Okay, all right. Where's this cover at? Teresa, I'm gonna share this with you, my dear. Okay, this is for you. I got a lot of stuff on this guy. If only I could find it. Where might it be? You're gonna love this. Anyway, y'all all right? I hope everybody's having a good night and had a good day. And I you know, that's something else. I just wish everybody the absolute best. I wish you all peace of mind, emotional discernment and clarity, integral to peace of mind. You know, just wish y'all the best. I mean that. I really, really do. I want you to tell people about Carlton's house. We're going down memory lane. If you know any of these artists, tell them holler at me in case they want to see if I got something on them from back in the day. Where's this artist for my girl, Teresa? I gotta find this. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Damn it. Look at all this stuff. This stuff I've had it sitting around since that day. Since the 70s. I got some 60s stuff and then some 80s stuff. I began to sort of not care around the 90s. It just got a little... You saw Legacy last night at Carnegie Hall? Oh, she's amazing. Amazing vocalist. I didn't know you lived in New York. I thought you were somewhere else. I didn't know you lived in New York. Okay. Renee said I should call it Carlton's home. Because I'm home for a change. Yes, it feels good to be back in New York, back in America. You know? Teresa, you mentioned Luther Vandross and change. Here's Lulu. Here he is. And like Cedric the Entertainer used to say, Luther with the curl, it just wasn't quite right. It wasn't snapping together like oh Sheila, ready for the world. A full force. Oh my God, their Jerry Curls had muscles, you know. But that's Lulu, one of the greatest voices ever. And I'm gonna tell you something about Luther Vandross. You hear stories about him, like with people like Diana Ross, Steve Harvey, Anita Baker, people that you just shouldn't approach because they're just not as kind as you would like them to be to their fans. I've heard stories about that, like that about Luther as well. I'm here to tell you, every time I've ever met Luther, and I've run into him countless times, I ran into him countless times in the street. He was always a gentleman and a scholar. He was always just nice and kind and gracious. So I don't know what some of your people are doing to piss him off, but he was great. Oh, you know something else? His niece, bless her, I'm not gonna call her name. I don't want the people to know she's in here. Bless her, his niece gave me some of his clothing. I got some phenomenal pants and things of Luther Vandross. So when I'm gonna wear them, because I gained a little bit too much weight to wear them, but I'm gonna get in them. Teresa says she saw Luther at the Pantages. Wow. Pantages. Now, you know where I know that from? Ricky Lee Jones sings about the Pantages Theater in Chuck E's in Love. Useless factoid. I'm a wealth of useless information. But Ricky Lee Jones sings about the Pantages. Yes. Chuck E's in Love. In fact, Chuck E from Chuck E's in Love, that's a real person. His name is Chuck E. Weiss. And he would always hang out with Ricky Lee Jones and Tom Waits. They would just get kicked out of some of the finest establishments in Los Angeles for being up to all sorts of shenanigans and bullshit. But I have an album by Chuck E. So anyway, hey y'all. My name is Carlton Jamel Smith. I have enjoyed this immensely. So I plan to do this as much as possible. I need you, like I said, I can't say it enough. Like, share, get people to subscribe, and you know, we're gonna get a thing going. Make no mistake, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna keep going down memory lane. Tomorrow night, get some people to tune in at about 6 o'clock New York time. I'm gonna go on stage at the Cutting Room right here in New York, and I'm gonna open up for the band Sky, and I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna do my thing. Like I said, I only got 15 minutes, but I'm gonna make it the best 15 minutes I could. I love y'all. I love y'all. I can't thank y'all enough. This is what I need to do. I'm back. I'm supposed to have been back in Turkey by now, but that's not gonna happen for obvious reasons. So we're working on the UK. We're working on a bunch of other places, but until I get there, I'm gonna begin to do some things here in the city and in the States. So I get to see all of you soon enough, and we're going to make it work. Thank y'all for hanging with me. Those of you that know me, call me, write me, we'll talk. You can tell me what I did wrong, what I did right, what I need to do better. But we're going to have some fun. This will be my therapy. It really will be, okay? I wish you all the absolute best. I wish you all the absolute best. Please, please pray, think positive, send out good energy. It will come back to you. It's all you can do. It's all that is asked of us, okay? I wish you the best, especially the best health. That's the most important thing. Don't get me started to preaching up in here, okay? All right, mwah. Love y'all.